Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to Buddha Life. Today, I want to tell you a story about a woman who believed that holding on tightly to the things she loved would protect her from losing them. But one day, she discovered a painful truth. The tighter we hold something that must change, the more we suffer when it changes. This is not only a story about losing something. It is a story about attachment, about love, about impermanence, and about learning how to appreciate something without believing that it will remain forever. So take a deep breath, slow down, and listen carefully, because perhaps this story will remind you of something you are afraid to let go of. In a small village surrounded by green fields and quiet hills, there lived a woman named Maya. Maya had a simple life. She was not rich. She did not own a large house. She had no great position in society. But she believed she was fortunate. She had a loving husband, a young daughter, a small home, and a beautiful garden. Every morning, she watered the flowers. Every evening, she sat outside with her family. She loved those moments. Perhaps she loved them too much. Whenever her daughter went somewhere, Maya worried. Come home early. Whenever her husband became tired, she became afraid. Please don't work so hard. Whenever something in the house became old, she tried to repair it. Whenever a flower began to die, she tried to save it. Maya believed that if she cared enough, protected enough, held tightly enough, nothing would ever change. One evening, her husband looked at her and said, "Maya, why are you always afraid of losing something?" She smiled. "Because I love what I have." Her husband replied, "Then perhaps you should learn how to love without fear." Maya didn't understand. How could anyone love something without being afraid of losing it? She thought love meant holding on. She didn't know yet that this belief would become the source of her deepest suffering. One summer, something unexpected happened. A terrible storm came to the village. The wind became stronger. Rain fell heavily. Trees bent beneath the force of the storm. Maya ran outside. Her garden, the garden she had cared for every day, was being destroyed. Flowers were falling. Branches were breaking. Her favorite tree was bending dangerously in the wind. Maya stood helplessly in the rain. "No," she whispered. "Please." She tried to protect the plants, but the storm did not listen. By morning, much of the garden was gone. Maya sat among the broken flowers. She cried. Her husband sat beside her. "We can plant them again," he said. Maya shook her head. "You don't understand. I spent years creating this." Her husband gently replied, "And now nature has changed it." Maya became angry. Why must everything change? Her husband had no answer. A few days later, Maya heard that a Buddhist monk was staying near the village. People said he taught about suffering and about the things people could not control. Maya decided to visit him, not because she wanted wisdom. She wanted an answer. She wanted someone to explain why life could not simply stay the way she wanted it to be. Maya eventually met the monk. She bowed respectfully. Then she said, "I don't understand something." The monk listened. "Why does everything I love change?" The monk remained silent for a moment. Then he asked, "What would you like life to do?" Maya answered, I want it to stay. What do you mean? I want my family to stay healthy. I want my home to remain the same. I want my garden to remain beautiful. I want the people I love to remain with me. The monk looked at her gently. And can you guarantee any of these things? Maya became silent. No. The monk picked up a fallen flower. It was beautiful, even though it was already beginning to fade. He said, "Look carefully. Did this flower become meaningless because it will fade?" Maya shook her head. No. Then perhaps its impermanence is not the enemy of its beauty. Maya looked at the flower. The monk continued. Everything that arises, changes, everything that comes together, eventually separates. This is not a punishment. It is the nature of conditioned life. Maya listened quietly. Then she asked, "But if everything changes, how can I love anything?" The monk smiled. "That is the question you must learn to answer." The monk said, "There is a difference between love and possession. Love appreciates. Attachment demands." Maya listened carefully. The monk continued, "When you say, 'This must never change. This person must never leave. This body must never become old. This happiness must never end,' you are asking life to obey your wishes. But life does not obey our wishes. The seasons change. Flowers bloom and fade. Children grow. Bodies age. Relationships change. Wealth comes and goes. Thoughts arise and disappear. Feelings come and feelings go. The problem is not simply that things change. The deeper problem is that the mind says, they must not change. That is where suffering begins." Maya looked at the monk. "Then should I stop loving? No. Should I become cold? No. Should I stop caring? No." The monk smiled. "Care deeply. Love sincerely. But understand that nothing you experience can be held forever. When you understand this, you don't love less. You become more grateful." Maya looked again at the flower. For the first time, she didn't see its fading as a tragedy. She saw its beauty, precisely because the moment would not last forever. Maya returned home. She tried to practice what she had learned. At first, it was difficult. She still worried. She still wanted everything to remain the same. But now, whenever fear appeared, she noticed it. One morning, her daughter came to her. "Mother, I have something to tell you." Maya immediately became nervous. Her daughter had received an opportunity to travel to another city, to learn a skill, and build a new life. Maya's first thought was, "No." Her heart tightened. She wanted to say, "You cannot go. Stay here. I need you." But then she remembered the monk. She remembered the flower. She remembered, love is not possession. Maya took a slow breath. She looked at her daughter and asked, "Are you happy?" Her daughter smiled. "Yes." Maya felt tears in her eyes. But this time, she didn't hold her daughter back. She hugged her. "Then go," she said. "Learn, grow, and remember that you will always have a home here." That night, Maya cried. But something was different. Her tears were not only tears of fear. They were tears of love. She finally understood. Letting go does not mean loving less. Sometimes, letting go is how love becomes free. Years passed. Maya's garden changed many times. Some flowers died. New flowers grew. The tree that had survived the storm became larger. Her daughter returned from time to time. Her husband grew older. Maya herself grew older. But something inside her had changed. She no longer asked, "How can I make this stay forever?" Instead, she asked, "How can I fully appreciate this while it is here?" When her husband smiled, she noticed the smile. When her daughter visited, she enjoyed the moment instead of worrying about when she would leave. When flowers bloomed, she appreciated them. When they faded, she thanked them. One evening, Maya returned to the monastery. The old monk was still sitting beneath the tree. Maya placed a fresh flower before him. The monk smiled. "What have you learned?" Maya answered, "I used to think impermanence was the reason I suffered. Now I understand. My refusal to accept impermanence was the reason I suffered." The monk nodded. Maya continued, "I cannot keep every moment, but I can be present for it. I cannot keep everyone forever, but I can love them while they are here. I cannot stop change, but I can stop fighting reality." The monk smiled, and Maya finally understood the lesson. Life becomes more precious when we stop demanding that it last forever. Maybe there is something in your life that you are desperately trying to hold on to. A person, a relationship, your youth, your money, your success, your past, or perhaps a version of your life that no longer exists. Remember, Maya, everything changes. This does not mean that life is meaningless. It means that life is precious. The flower is beautiful because it will not bloom forever. A sunset is beautiful because it does not stay. A child's childhood is precious because it passes. A conversation with someone you love may become a memory one day. So don't wait until something is gone to appreciate what you have today. Love people while they are here. Listen while they are speaking. Appreciate your health while you have it. Be grateful for ordinary mornings. Forgive when you can. And when change comes, don't immediately ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Sometimes ask, "What is this moment teaching me?" The Buddha's teaching on impermanence is not meant to make us afraid of losing life. It can teach us to stop taking life for granted. You don't need to hold every moment forever. You only need to be fully present while the moment is here. So tonight, look at the people you love. Look at your life. Look at the ordinary things you usually ignore. And quietly say, "Thank you for being here." Because one day, everything will change. And that is exactly why this moment matters. If this story touched your heart, don't just listen to it and move on. Think about one person or one thing that you have been taking for granted. And today, give it your full attention. Leave a cherry blossom in the comments if you choose to appreciate what you have today. And if someone you love needs this message, share this story with them. Subscribe to Buddha Life for more peaceful stories and practical Buddhist wisdom. Namo Buddhaya, folded hands. Until the next story, may your mind be peaceful, your heart be kind, and your present moment be enough.